Hey guys, this is another sniper coming here with another video. And as always, I hope you guys are doing fantastic, doing alright. I'm doing pretty well. Now, fortunately, this video is somewhat, well, I don't even know how to explain it, and give me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. But anyways, as I was saying, I hope you guys are doing fantastic, doing alright. I'm doing pretty well. Now, this video, it has nothing to do, like, there's still a bit of a problem, but nothing that serious. But I will explain it today once I start streaming. Maybe, I don't know, the first one or the second stream. Yeah. But this stream, well, I wanted to post this video, stream video, yeah. I wanted to post this video before, well, technically it is, but before the day. But as you guys know, we're on February and we're getting close to, which is next week, which is Valentine's Day. But I wanted to post this like maybe on the 12th or 13th of February, but I decided to post this now. Okay. Now, before what I'm about to say, I want to do some previews of what happened last year. Like, nothing too serious or anything had to do with me or my friends. But if you guys recall, and I'm pretty sure Zumi would remember this, last year a lot of innocent people lost their homes because, for me, I was safe because where I am right now, I was in a perfectly safe place, and so was Azumi. But unfortunately, a lot of innocent people lost their homes in fires. Well, lost their homes in a fire. And a lot of people had to evacuate. And I'm pretty sure Izumi would remember that. And a lot of innocent people lost their homes, their vehicles, and everything they worked for. Everything they worked for. And it was sad because obviously it was hard to contain it because of the winds. But after what happened this year, it looks like some people managed to bounce back. But that's not what I really want to talk about, because that was just a preview. So, what I'm about to tell you guys, this might sound weird and complicated, but I am going to say this. If you guys remember correctly what I told you of one of my speeches, me and my friends, including other people around the world, we are human beings and we should be treated fairly and equally no matter what we do. But, and I'm going to say this, except people who are toxic and who are on drugs, or they like to do, like, I don't know, because yeah, it's already too late for them. But people who are nice and who went through bad experience and kind of have like trust issues, like me for example, yeah, we should treat them equally and fairly no matter what they do. But that's another reason why I'm not trying to explain. So, as I was saying before, as you guys know, I posted this video last year. Well, no, I posted a video last year and including in 2024 and 2023. Or no, not 2023, only 2024 and last year. Okay, so as you guys know, for those of you who have been with me over the past 2 years, well, 3 if I have to be correct, fortunately, you guys already know about my backstory of everything I went through and all that stuff. And obviously, for me, all I am going to tell you guys is I do have siblings, and obviously, if you guys are wondering, I only have 2. I only have one brother and one sister. For me, If you guys are wondering, I'm the younger brother. And yeah, some of my siblings call me the baby brother, but I'm not a kid anymore. I prefer to be called the younger brother. But that's not what I'm basically trying to explain. So, what I am trying to get to the point of this video, which I will eventually, but I'll just basically explain a few previews and details. So, for me, my brother is, well, actually, no. Let me say this first. As you guys know, Valentine's Day is a day where you give chocolates and flowers to your family and friends, and it seems nice, of course. But Valentine's Day is more than just that. It's also a special day if you have someone in your life. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm basically trying to explain. So let's just say if you have someone in your life that you really care for and you have like romantic, yeah. But again, that's not what I'm basically trying to basically say, because it is one of my rules and part of my, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just this channel, yeah, we don't really talk about that stuff. And obviously there's nothing wrong with romantic or anything, and it's fine, but it just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, if you guys know what I mean. But there's nothing wrong with it. So here's what I'm going to say. My brother is obviously married and has 2 kids. And yes, I'm an uncle, in case any of you guys forgot. My brother got married when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. Or no, I think I was 10. I can't remember. The first one was my nephew, and then it was my niece. Yeah. And not too long, well, I would say 2 years, my sister has got engaged and she's happily married. Now she's married and she's happy with her husband. And I would say my brother and sister are lucky. But for me, on the other hand, and don't think of this like I'm like it's messing with my head or I'm thinking of something. For me, what do I have? As the younger brother and the only sibling, well, no. My brother and sister still care for me, of course, because like I said, I'm a lucky person to have a supportive family. Even though they are still married, they still care about me and have been always there for me ever since I went through some bad experience, and they've been still there for me, of course. So obviously it's one of their main codes. I come first, then their wife or husband. Because even though I'm growing up, I'm still autistic, and obviously they still care about me. And including including my parents, because they always keep telling me I come first because I'm special to them. Ever since I was born, they always see me as special, and yeah. So at least, like I said, I'm lucky to have a family who cares about me. But obviously some of you guys have been asking me, well, not recently, but it was last year and in 2023. And sometimes my parents ask me this: do I have a girlfriend? Obviously, no. Because you already guys know the answer, and we already talked about this last year on 2024 in Valentine's Day. But for those of you who are new to this channel, give me one moment. Never mind. as you guys know, and ignore the noise in the background, you guys already know about my previous traumatic experience what I went through back in high school. And obviously, I was in a dark place. I wasn't myself at the time because I was filled with anger, frustration, sadness, and pain of betrayal. And I wasn't myself. And I kind of hurted a lot of innocent people, but that wasn't my fault at the time. But fortunately, all I am gonna say is I did have a few crush on some females who are like nothing. Well, there was some bad experience I went through with some females. And obviously this video might be extended because this is going to be a long video to explain. Okay, so let's just say I am straight. And you guys know what that means. There are different types of people who are, well, for me, I'm straight. But let's just say I went through some bad experience before the incident what I went through in high school. And let's just say I kinda treated some females, and if the girls are watching this, like, it was back then, but I don't do that anymore. Sort of. So I'm just gonna skip to a few parts. Let's just say there was a few girls that kept teasing me, and not in a nice way, but in a mean way. And let's just say I kind of scared them by, I kind of beat them up. Yeah. Because they kept annoying me a lot, and let's just say I wasn't myself. And I'm pretty sure you guys may be thinking, well, I don't know, because I already said this like about 2 years ago, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys forgotten about that. But yeah. And fortunately, I did get in trouble, of course, but not expelled. However, in middle school, there was another girl who kept teasing me because we were in the same class, but fortunately, I did not want to make the same mistake again because I learned my lesson after what I did in elementary. So, yeah. And let's just say she tried to like push me, and I'm just skipping a few parts to make this a little bit faster while I'm trying to get to the point of this video. So let's just say this girl tried to come from behind me and tried to push me, but I dozed out of the way, and let's just say she smashed her face into a metal pipe and broke her nose. So, yeah, and some of the girls, like some of her friends, that I beat her up or something, but it was all lies, and some guys saw what happened, so yeah, I was innocent. Then, in high school, before the incident, what happened with those two cycles, this was before. There was a girl who caught my attention, but unfortunately, by the time I realized, she already had someone in her life, and I wasn't like heartbroken or anything. We were still friends because I treated her nice and respectfully. But by the time I realized she already had someone, yeah, I wasn't heartbroken. We were friends, but unfortunately, she transferred to somewhere else because I think her parents or something like that got to a new job or something, and that was the last time I saw her. So, yeah. But ever since after the situation what those two psychopaths did to me and what I was going through, yeah. Ever since that year of 2027, I've been solo for the past few months, staying indoors with my family and all that stuff because they've been protecting me ever since. And part of me thinks like I don't know how to basically explain this. Because look at me. I'm not gonna lie, I have gained weight. I don't have a job. I cannot drive and I can't cook. And there's nothing wrong with me learning that stuff, but like I said, my family are still protecting me and everything because honestly, they just want to make sure nothing bad happens to me again. But all I am going to say is the deals I made, I have money, but I'm not rich. If you guys thinking, oh, Non Sniper is rich, no. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. And some females only care about that person being rich. They don't care about that person. They only care about the money. And that's not females who I'm after. But you guys know what I'm basically trying to say. Okay, so now on to the main point of this video. So, as you guys know from last year, if you guys remember what I told you, last year Chris and Lewis kind of felt bad for me and they thought maybe I should go find someone, but obviously to me, I think it's too late. Because don't get me wrong, I'll still keep treating you guys nicely and fairly, but I don't think there's only 100% chance, and some other friends of mine tell me you don't need anyone in your life, which mostly I would say that is true, but fortunately, I don't know. I'm still like somewhere between that. And don't get me wrong, don't think I'm feeling lonely or anything, because like I said, I still have my family protecting me, of course, and supporting me. But I don't know. With my brother and sister married and all that, they're happy and have someone in their lives. But as for me, what do I have? Nothing. But don't get me wrong, I still have my online friends, which are my partner, Zumi, and the rest of the girls. So at least I have that. But as I was saying before, Chris and Lewis decided to go to, because I don't know why they did it. So fortunately, they decided to go to some websites or apps, and fortunately, I found two. And well, they found two. For Chris's idea, I don't know what he was thinking, because this app, you guys might know where it is. It starts with a T and ends with an R. And obviously, that's not what I'm trying. That's not what I'm looking for. And as for Lewis's idea, again, I don't know what he was thinking, but for unknown reason why I can explain this, Lewis gave me like, I don't know, a point, because like I said, we are all human beings, and it doesn't matter what we do in life or in gaming, as long as it makes that person happy and really happy. Yeah, that's what matters. But if that person is either on drugs, toxic, or anything that's like in a like, yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. If they're toxic and on drugs, yeah, no, except those people. But anyways, so after what Lewis and I were talking, I decided to give this website a chance for one reason. But don't think of it, I was like, don't think of anything, because remember, even though I might have, because let's just say I've gotten to know so far three other girls. And let's just say, like, they're really nice and friendly, and I've gotten to know them, and they've been really nice to me. But let's just say they kind of do stuff in life. And let's just say they do it for entertainment, fun, and it makes them really happy. Which to me, Like, okay, I know to you guys it might seem like, I don't know, uncomfortable or yeah. But like I said, we are all human beings and it doesn't matter what that person does as long as they're not toxic and not on drugs. So far I've gotten to know these three girls so far, and they've been really nice and sweet. And yes, I already explained my backstory to them, and they understand what I went through, just like how you guys did. And they've been really nice and sweet to me. But let's just say their other personnel, their other personality, let's just say they kind of do this for, like I said, entertainment and fun. And to me, there's nothing wrong with it. It makes them happy, and I like to see females happy, not sad. So, yeah. And part of me kind of wants to share this, but then again, I don't know, it's gonna be okay. But here's what I am gonna do. By the time this video ends, I'm gonna tell you. So, trying not to get. Man, I'm having a hard time talking. But by the time you guys finish this video, I'm gonna put only 3 links in the description, and they're only gonna be available for approximately 20 minutes. But here's what's gonna happen. First, once I post this video, and after maybe I would say 5 to 10 minutes after it's been released, or I don't know, 15 minutes if 15 minutes of being released, then after that 15 minutes, then I'm going to put the 3 links in the description below. And they're only going to be available for about, I would say, 30 minutes. So that's all I'm going to say. So whatever you guys are going to say, but just for a fair warning, and this is to my partner, and I'm not giving, this is not a threat. So here's what I'm going to say. Like, say whatever you want, but just for the record, don't think of it I'm going to be changing or anything like that. I'm going to still be myself, of course. However, if you say anything that is technically inappropriate or anything bad to me, well, you guys know what happens. If you want another punishment, be my guest. But like I said, we are human beings, and it doesn't matter what any person does in life as long as they're not toxic. And like I said, these 3 girls that I've gotten to know so far, and they have their own channel. Well, 2 of them have their own channel on YouTube, while one is technically a bit different. However, one of them did experience the fires of what happened last year, because like I said, a lot of innocent people lost their homes and everything. But yeah, but the point is, whatever you guys are gonna say, just don't say anything badly or anything like, you guys get the point. As long as you just follow my rules, and they have been real nice to me and friendly, but they also have a different personality. But it's just basically a hint. But anyways, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So don't forget to like and subscribe. So peace out, stay safe, and I'll see you guys when I start streaming. Peace.